Okay, so I'm scrolling Reddit and I saw the title, My Ex Wants Me Back. I read a little bit of the first paragraph and I said, let's read it together. Ready? It says, I am so angry. I need to vent. 3 months ago, my ex-girlfriend accused me of cheating with her BFF. In reality, I was planning to propose to her and her BFF was helping. The plan was to celebrate her birthday and propose after a fancy dinner. The thing is, I have no experience in fancy restaurants, but she and her BFF have. So I didn't want to look like an idiot during dinner, so I asked her BFF to help me with that. We went to have dinner at the fancy restaurant. I messed up a lot, but I learned a lot. Reason we haven't gone to any in our 2 years of relationship is because of money. Just a month before our breakup, I was able to afford it. Her other friends saw us. Oh, Lord Jesus, it's about to get mucky. Her other friend saw us at the restaurant and told my girlfriend. She made a whole deal out of it, calling me a cheater in her socials, and every time I tried to explain, she just screamed at me. The cherry on top is her BFF is married. So this caused trouble everywhere. But her husband knew about it. He was actually supposed to be there but got caught up in traffic because of a car crash after work. So he arrived just when we were leaving. We three tried to explain, but me and the BFF's husband got shut down. The BFF managed to talk, but got basically the same answer. She was a homewrecker and a SLUT, you know? Now she's apologizing. The story the friend told her is beyond what we thought. The story was that me and her now ex-BFF were at a fancy restaurant. We kissed, that I grabbed her BFF's butt before leaving together in my car. What? Why would you do that? Why would you lie like that? During one night out, after heavy drinking, her friend let out she was happy that I was out of the picture, followed by a confession that she was glad her exaggeration broke us up. I don't care about her at all. She can burn in hell for all I care. Her screaming at social media almost costed me my job, and I have been explaining it to my family since then. She dragged my name through the mud. She can go F herself. Oh, yeah, he don't want the ex back. I don't understand where the ex-girlfriend was coming from based on what the friend told her. You know? That's why I keep telling people, mindful when you're blasting people on the internet. Be mindful, be careful, because in this case, it was a lie. This is where they say misery love company. And I would never do this, so it's just like, why would you do it? If it was you, would you take your ex back? I wouldn't, because of the social media aspect. Being angry and, you know, maybe even having an outburst at the thought of me maybe cheating, understandable. But the fact that you could not communicate after and you blasted me on socials, it would have been a no for me. Because even if we're breaking up, I don't see why I need to get on social media and write a long thesis on what happened. Or if we, you know, whatever it is, I don't see why social media needs it. But that's a personal belief. Let's hop in the comment section and see what everybody is saying. Powerful Pie says, info. You still cool with the ex-BFF and her husband? Yeah, you guys should definitely be cool. Somebody said it's normally the kind of advice she would receive if she posted online. She also probably didn't expect her friend to be so malicious. Yeah. What that friend gained from doing this, I don't know. But if she claimed to actually see what happened, it would have been hard to believe at the time. That's what I'm saying. But the BFF husband vouched for you guys, though. That's the issue here. Gosh, what a mess. Was the other friend always this bad? I mean, the husband wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? The husband was not there. They were all supposed to meet up. I got that. But he wasn't there. And this girl is saying with her eyes, she saw grabbing at the butt and everything. I don't know if I would believe or not believe. I think I would definitely be keeping my eyes on them. Actually, I would not have said anything. I'm one of them. I wouldn't have said anything to him. I'd have just started watching both of them. And then, but then again, they would have looked suspicious to me because He's trying to have her. This is why you have to be surrounded by people that you trust so much that you can leave $1 million, walk away, and come back and see it. And there are people like that. You leave $1 million around me, I'm not taking $1 million. It's not mine. So, I don't know. Somebody say yes, but the BFF's husband also corroborating the story would have cleared it for me, whereas the ex didn't even care. I would want to hear what my supposed cheating BFF's husband has to say about this. Yeah, I would listen, but I would also think in my mind, you weren't there. The girl said she saw him grabbing her behind and they both left together in his car. And you guys were actually at the restaurant. So it's just like, are you guys just going behind my back? It wouldn't be a shouting match. It wouldn't be me jumping, screaming, hollering from social media. But I would definitely keep an eye on both of you. I might have even hired a PI. I'm serious. I'm one of them. Don't date me if you're into cheating. Because one, I'm going to ghost you. And two, I will hire a PI. But it's not hire a PI so we can be in the house arguing, I seen you with the bitch. No. I'm going to hire the PI. And once I realize that, oh, you are. Oh, okay. I'm ghosting you. Bye. Ghosting you. Somebody said, it goes to show the quality of relationship advice given online is painfully idiotic at best and maliciously destructive at worst. Because somebody had said this is the type of advice you give online. Somebody said, sounds like dude dodged a bullet in my opinion. Me too. My wife had a friend that accused me of something so far out of character that her reaction was to start laughing. This is what I'm saying. You want to be surrounded by people where when it came, one, you wouldn't have nobody to come tell you that malicious stuff. And the type of person that would come tell you that you're not close with. So once they told you, it's like, okay. And then know your best friend and your person so well. Being able to discern it. That, haha, you know? Closeted female hero addict was upset that I refused to give her BF a ride to where she was, her boyfriend a ride to where she was staying at 3 a.m. The request was so outrageous and I assumed it was just for a substance related, so I just kept it to myself. I never thought highly of said friend, but they were childhood friends. I figured my wife would eventually draw her own conclusions, so I left it alone. They aren't friends anymore, and last I heard the ex-friend was headed to jail for robbery or something. I mean, she's an addict. I'm not saying people should just blindly trust their significant others, especially early on. You know what I mean? But it's hard to imagine a scenario where I or my wife was accused of something and weren't granted the opportunity to explain. Like you'd need the video evidence or digital proof. That sort of accusation should be an uphill battle on the end of the accuser in a healthy relationship. Somebody said true. But we don't know the girlfriend's background or the history she has with that friend, true. Someone who has been cheated on before would be more quick to believe it because trust issues. If the friend had helped her through something or protected her before, then she would be quicker to believe her. There is a lot of nuances. The friend probably wanted her. That could be it. The friend liked her like that. Or the friend was just jealous that she was in a solid relationship, which is just crazy to me. Somebody said, I agree. I thought about that after I posted. A person's background matters a lot. It's unfortunate there are a lot of damaged people out here. Somebody said, I agree 100%. So many details are left out. An op even deleted his account. It's literally just venting, so we don't know the big picture. Somebody says, this thread is a perfect example of that people are so quick jumping to conclusion that it's terrifying. No, sometimes things can be gray and it takes patience to be together. It's not all rose and rainbow. You have to lead with patience. And you have to be willing to have conversations / discussions. You should probably date somebody that you can trust. 2 years together is a long time now. Somebody said, different scenario, but similar hurried conclusion jumping going on today or yesterday from British people on social media about a tragic car crash that happened in London on Thursday. A 40-something woman driving a nice Land Rover lost control and crashed into a load of little girls and their parents having an end-of-year party. An 8-year-old is no longer here, and 7 other people were injured. 2 are critical. The driver was arrested and charged with taking a life by dangerous driving, then let out on bail yesterday. People commenting on YouTube under the news clip about it were baying for this woman's blood, saying she must have bribed her way out of bail and she should be in jail for life. Now, info is coming out that she had a medical emergency at the wheel and passed out. Probably a previously undetected heart condition, though that hasn't been confirmed as of yet. Now, can you imagine anything more appalling than discovering you have a heart condition and that you took the life of an innocent little girl because of it, and then having a load of armchair Karens and Kevins spewing hate about you for something you caused through no fault of your own? Just appalling. I mean, I heard that you had, accident, but I don't think that's going to be enough for me if that was my kid. I heard you understand. Listen, sometimes you can understand and be understanding, but still have strong emotions to something. And in this case, if I was that child's mother, if I was any of those children's mother, I understand that you had a medical, heard you, but I still don't want to hear you because I don't have a kid right now. You understand what I'm saying to you? Eliza said, yes, but I also could see how she thought that they kissed because before the husband even showed up, so he has nothing to vouch for. That's what I was saying. The friend said that it was just both of them on a fancy restaurant date, grab another behind happened and took place. Heard you. The husband is coming to vouch to say we all were supposed to have dinner, but I got caught up in traffic. Okay, so you weren't there. At this point, you're a victim like me. We both getting cheated on by both of them. But I would like to know, why did she believe that friend so much? Seeing that the friend was such a evil witch. I ain't going to tell you that you can't be around people and not know that, the person don't like you, or two, the person is really wicked. Like, you can wake up one day and learn something after knowing somebody for years, and it just throw you off because what? But why did she believe the friend so much? I've definitely been in a situation like that before. Believe the friend completely, only to find out the friend didn't even like me like that. Like, what? You hated me the whole time? That's crazy. Somebody said, why would they, but it wasn't in a relationship type deal. It was just a lot of back and forth gossip, telling lies to another person, and then coming to tell me that all the things the person was saying. I should have tried to figure out, why was the person so comfortable saying all of that around you? But also, she was trying to make it sound like she was a victim too. Like, me and her is a victim, and the person is saying things about me and her. And I'm trying to tell her, well, if they talking about you, girl, stop going around in people's. Like, how you always somewhere to hear something? Like, stop going around in people's. And only to find out lies, lies, complete. I still can't seem to come to the conclusion of why the person did it. So sometimes people just have motives, man. The person continued to say, even if they are cheating, they won't do it in public with the husband showing up any second. Now, that's why the husband vouched for them, because he's not an idiot. I ain't gonna lie, that friend would have to run me one. I'm gonna need mine. Come see me about that. You're gonna have to come see me about that, because, yeah, come run that real quick. It's gonna be a 1122. Come run that. Because what? Somebody say, yup, my ex had numerous episodes of sex and oral in the parking lot of the nursing home he worked at, which was located in the middle of town in a very small town. Very, very much public. Oh, because somebody said something before that. Somebody said, I'm guessing the ex-girlfriend didn't know he was going to propose. And trust me, there's a lot of stupid people who cheat in public. That's true. Sometimes you're trying to figure out, dude, everybody here know you got a wife. You show up with the side girl, like, what's going on right now? You don't care. Okay, maybe y'all got an open marriage or something. I'm gonna mind my business. But yes, that happens a lot. A few more comments and then I'm out. Somebody say, you refuse to trust me and your BFF based on lies from another casual observer. You accuse me of the worst type of betrayal when the reality is that I was trying to plan the perfect proposal for you. You lost that proposal. You lost my trust. You broke my heart, and I never want to hear from you ever again. Goodbye. And blocked. She treated you horribly. And the petty in me would make sure she knew about the proposal she ruined for herself now that she's realized she made a mistake. Just as an extra little jab in return for how she hurt you before you never talk to her again. No Appearance responded to that and said, it's bad enough that she dismissed him and the BFF, but she also dismissed the husband. Why would he lie? This is the perfect response, honestly. Somebody said, maybe she thinks he wants to keep his marriage intact. Now, to be fair, just the boyfriend and BFF trope is detrimental and emotional. Enough. People can lose sight of the bigger picture. Having a malicious friend whose intention is to break things also add on to it. This is a very nuanced and delicate case. Somebody responded to that and said, not really. If your soon-to-be ex-fiance doesn't trust you, her BFF or BFF's hubby, while trusting some rando friend, then they deserve to be single. Op's ex obviously has trust issues and isn't someone that should be getting married at this point in time. They probably had some insecurities, and the a-hole friend used that to tell Op's ex what they wanted to hear. Somebody said she needs therapy first before she does a relationship. Somebody said, this is the perfect response. Good luck, Op. You deserve better. With the text. Send that text, say goodbye, block her. Somebody said, I would first ask her to clear his name on social media, then send this message. Yeah, get your name cleared up first so your family and everybody can stop asking. But after that, sir, get gone. Get gone. There's nothing here for you. Be gone. And the last 3 comments. I would have instantly countered on socials as well. If it gets as close as losing your job, I would make story posts to share my side of the story, and people can conclude whatever they like based off that. But I'm surely not going to suffer on more grounds too. F that. Would you have responded when the person did that on socials? Or would you just have not responded just to try to let it die down? Because if you respond to her, then she's going to keep going. Because you know her and you know the type of person that she is. Somebody say it's too late to apologize. You tried to tell her your story, but you didn't get fair trial. You're innocent and you got screwed. So you can forgive, but keep her out of your life. It's too late to apologize. It's too late. Somebody says, she has already nearly cost you your job by slanging you off all over social media. Can you take that chance again? She will never believe you over other people. Not only that, she runs to the internet whenever there's a disagreement. I don't want to be married to somebody like that. I don't want to be in a relationship with somebody like that. I do not want to have to interact with a person like this, not even to be friends, because we might have a disagreement and then my name is all over social media. Now I'm going to have to hit you with my car in the parking lot because why are you doing this? This is too much. Too much. Too much. Cut it out. Too much. But me personally, I wouldn't have responded either. Especially, okay, I definitely would have responded back when I was angry. But now in my life, I'm not that angry. So if somebody come out right now saying the worst thing, depending on what it is, I'm not responding. As long as you're not calling me like a PDF or something like that, I don't care. I don't, who's going to believe anyways. And who's not going to believe, just not going to believe. It'd have to see, well, it was affecting his job. I don't know. But I would definitely have her clear up my name before I ended the relationship with her. And the last one. I was engaged and my fiance's brother told me he was cheating on me. Oh, wow. I looked his brother straight in the eye and told him while he might be telling the truth, I would have to talk to my fiance before I made any judgments. My fiance said it was a lie. At that point, all I could do was trust him. Unfortunately, he was lying and I caught him. Now, did I vent to my immediate family? Absolutely. My sister and boyfriend helped me get through it. And when his brother and sister wanted to cut him off for it, I told them not to. They were his family and in time they would need each other. Does getting cheated on rip your heart out and blow up your world? Yes, it does. That doesn't mean, though, that you blow up the world or set out to destroy your ex. She should have listened to the 3 of you. The fact that she would even listen to her friend's husband tells me she had doubts before all this and just used it as an excuse. You dodged a bullet, sir. Do not look back. Okay, I see these three and I want to read them. Somebody said she needs to reap what she sows. Wheezy said, amen. Let her stew in the ish soup she made. Move on, dude. And the last one that I'm going to read said, congratulations. It's nice and vindicated to be wanted back. Now, do not accept it. Someone who disrespects you that much doesn't deserve you, and tell her so. To be petty and to drive the point solidly home, I might send a picture of the ring on the table at that restaurant and say, this is what you broke up with me over because you listened to a friend and disrespected me, your best friend, and your best friend's husband. You made your choice. At least your choice works out better for me. Hopefully you don't treat your next as badly. Hop in my comment section and let me know. If you are in a relationship and a friend told you that your best friend and your partner is having secret relations, who are you believing and how are you going to go about finding out if it's true or not? Will you believe right away? Will you not believe at all? Would you investigate? Are you the type to hire a PI? Because like I said, I am. Okay. And him wanting to, he did make it look a little suspicious though, but I don't know. Anyways, that's all for today. You can find me scrolling the internet because this is Read the Comments. I just might read one of your comments. Have a good day, all right?